Since 1986, I've run over 100 marathons. But the Twin Cities Marathon, that one took me 3 years to finally finish. In 2022, I limped through half the race. 6 weeks post-Achilles injury.
They are just blowing it away. Amazing how fast they're going.
15 seconds. Go. And Corral 2 is off. Corral 2 is underway.
In 2023, the race was canceled the morning of due to heat concerns. By 2024, this was officially the most expensive marathon I'd ever attempted. At this point, I felt like I'd paid for a lifetime membership. My friend Susie and I planned to run sub 4 hours. After some deep contemplation and a quick reality check from my coach, I decided that was a solid goal. We self-seated near the back of the second corral, right around the 4:15 pace group. The psychology was simple. Passing people feels better than getting passed. Strategy matters, people. The race kicks off in downtown Minneapolis, right behind Stadium, home of the no affiliates here, but reasonable offers will be considered.
All the training that goes into this. Yay! Woo! Go guys! Woo! And here I thought I had lost them.
Half a mile in, we got an early boost from Molly, cheering outside the Minneapolis. Pure endogenous adrenaline. WADA approved. The pack start forced us to run slower than planned, which could have been frustrating, but we flipped it into a blessing. Going out too fast is an easy mistake, one I've made many times and paid for dearly. Instead of wasting energy dodging runners, we stayed patient, picking up speed as gaps opened. Notice that most runners are not dressed in cold gear. Minnesota in October can be chilly, but this was a cool, overcast morning with temperatures expected to rise to moderate levels. It made for a pleasant start without needing face blankets and gloves. Two down already. Mile 3, Lake of the Isles. There are 2 islands in this lake currently, but there were 4 before the lake was dredged, and 2 of the islands were connected to land with the dredged materials. creating the parkland and the lake's irregular shape.
Okay, what are we at?
We are at 37.
Okay, so yeah, we're still a minute 20.
Our nutrition plan was simple. Carbs every 4 miles. Water at every aid station. A marathon isn't an all-you-can-eat buffet like an ultra. It's grazing. Just enough to keep the engine running. We are running the Bidé-Maka-Ska Parkway. Bidé-Maka-Ska means Lake White Earth.
Nice and easy, here we got it, guys. Alright, pouch is lighter, it's fine, it's good.
Alright.
One down.
Yep. Mile 5. Bidé-Maka-Ska, the largest lake in Minneapolis. I just like saying Bidé-Maka-Ska. Bidé-Maka-Ska. If you look carefully in the video, you can see glimpses of Bidé-Maka-Ska on your Mile 6. We depart Bidé-Maka-Ska Parkway, which continues around Bidé-Maka-Ska. Bye, Bidé-Maka-Ska. I warned you, I like saying Bidé-Maka-Ska. Don't be fooled. Marathons can be dangerous, especially when the public wander onto your private running path and a left tackle decides to run a marathon and almost takes you out with his defensive reflexes. Mile 7, Lake Harriet, greeting us on the right. I knew a Harriet. I doubt she's running today, though. I did like her dog, Poochie. Recovering from that defensive move? Mile 8, eat again. Hey, I didn't permit you to film me. These streets were pretty narrow, so the race just took them over, and the residents just made a day of it. Lovely people here in Minneapolis. You don't see that everywhere. Mile 9 and running to the beat of the drum. Passing under Interstate 35. It can't be all lakes and trees in an urban marathon. Mile 10, Portland Avenue. We're holding pace, feeling strong, but a little bit of that runner's high would be nice. Popo on the left, act natural. Mile 11, Cedar and Minnehaha. We weren't on Minnehaha very long. Oh well. Miles 12 and 13. Lake Nokomis. These guys must love tanks, but one wants warm arms and the other wants warm hands. After 13.1, I was officially further than I had made it in 2022. Making progress. Mile 14, and hey, I just realized we are back on Minnehaha. Haha! How about that? Crossing a bridge over Hiawatha Avenue. Mile 15. At mile 15.5, we joined the Mississippi River, heading north for 3.5 miles. We were dialed in and cruising, feeling confident, but an energy boost would have been nice. The course was scenic, but we knew what was coming. Mile 16, and it's time to eat again. It is warm and the winds have picked up. Notice nobody runs on the path to the right? We do that for free all the time. We paid to run on the crowded road, so that's what we are going to do. Mile 17. They served maple syrup at this aid station. I grabbed some, but didn't use it in the race. Nothing new on race day, people. If you've been wondering why all these women are running in front of me, it's because they are faster than me. Mile 19, we crossed the Mississippi River on Franklin Avenue and turned south, bracing for the real work ahead. That sun is bright. Right about now, I am wishing it had been an earlier start. Mile 20. Mile 20. The warm-up was officially over. The real race had begun. The infamous wall was here, the lowest elevation point on the course. The only way from here? Up, literally. Summit Avenue is a slow, steady climb, 200 feet over 3 miles. Flatlanders definitely feel it. At mile 21, we steered east, away from the Mississippi River. Spectators lined the streets, offering encouragement in the form of signs that they made from home. At that pace, T-Rex is going to catch you. Of course we're running from T-Rex. Why else would we be running? You're running better than the government. Smile if you peed a little. Run like someone called you a jogger. You thought they said rum, didn't you? Remember, you paid to do this. Toenails are overrated. Don't trust a fart. That's my favorite. I laughed, but also thought, why do I do this to myself? Mile 23, the highest point on the course. Relief? Not really, but we were closing in. If you see people walking, that's normal at this point. They were running faster than us, but now they are contemplating their life.
I actually have the TCRC next to the computer.
Mile 24. Nature called. Timing is everything in a marathon, and this was not ideal. I had to let Susie go ahead. She would finish strong. But I had to, okay, TMI. Feeling better. I ran a peak pace in this stretch of 7:37, and then in the downhill stretch coming up, 6:20. Even with that, there was no way I was catching Susie. The last stretch was all about staying present. Shoulders relaxed, although they still look tense in photos. Posture upright with a slight forward lean, still terrible in photos. The pain was real, but so was everyone else's. When my watch hit 26.2, but the finish line was still out of sight, it felt like the end of the world. But in reality, it was just a few more steps. I knew not to give in. I had to just ride it out. And then, finally, there it was. The finish in front of the state capitol in St. Paul. We did it. We beat our goal, something that is never guaranteed in a marathon. Okay, Susie and I are gonna do Twin Cities Marathon, 3 sub-4. Sub-4 is our goal. Sub-4. We're gonna do it. The training, the struggle, the crowd, the friends, the solitude, it's all part of the experience. Whether it's your first marathon or 100, a personal record or a personal worst. Celebrate them all. Thank you for watching.